third consecutive season, the Russia Raiders are in a state semifinal, but there's one difference. This year, Richmond Heights is not on the other side. No, that is Arlington. The upset-minded squad lost 3 games in the middle of the regular season, but then ran off a winning streak to get here as well. Number 2 versus number 5 in the state, and it's coming your way in a Division 7 state semifinal right now. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi alongside Lynn Passett. Let's get right into it because I'm excited, Lynn. The Russia Raiders, one of 2 teams left in the whole state of Ohio that's unbeaten. Columbus Academy also. But this team, senior-laden squad, gave Richmond Heights its toughest test the last 2 years.
Senior-laden is the word. Everyone on this team is a senior except for 2 players. So they are very, very water and battle tested. So I think Russia has to come in here as the favorite, being here 3 consecutive years in a row, twice empty-handed.
Yeah.
But for Arlington, hey, these guys have been looking at the mirror and staring at themselves all season, and everyone's been saying, you're not good enough. You're not good enough at all to play at this level. They have defied the odds, knocking off a very, very good Delphos St. John's team to get to this spot, and who knows, from here, maybe they do have enough.
Well, one guy that's going to try and stop them, Vince Borchers, the Southwest District Co-Player of the Year, with his teammate, Braylon Cordonier. 13.5 points per game, 6 rebounds, 4.5 assists. The guard does it all, and he's going to need to again this night against against Arlington.
Well, he's going to be facing another good point guard, and that is Jase Vermillion, the coach's son. He has hit 50 three-point shots on the season, shooting 36% from three-point range, and he also shoots 77% from the line. And by the way, he averages 15 points a ball game. So that's going to be a good matchup out front.
There is the Arlington team spotlight, their second ever state semifinal appearance. 2012 was the last time, scoring 54 points per game. And you just talked about the point guard, Jase Vermillion, first team All Northwest District, 15 points per game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He is the leading scorer, and he's going to have to do it again tonight. But it's Russia that wins the tip. OHSAA will not allow us to show you this game live, but we are allowed to give you an audio stream live. We'll give you the replay all in its entirety after the game. First possession. Cordonier works his way in. Reverse layup, good. It's 2-0.
Well, they immediately went inside, and they want to try and attack 6'10" junior Calvin Willow, Arlington's shot blocker and defense mechanism inside.
Vermillion kicks it straight away to Aiden Cavini. Now to Brady Griggs, left side back to Cavini. Kicks it out front to Brady Griggs. Left side to Cavini again. 2-man game going on a little bit as they're trying to work it inside to Calvin Willow. Instead, the floater is going to be too strong by Griggs. It's going to get knocked out of bounds, however, and stay with Arlington.
Well, the coaching staff, led by Spencer Cordonier, says, I don't think that was the right call, but it's going to stay with Arlington. They put up a couple of shots, one of those going up by Aiden Cavity, and it was no good, and they'll retain possession.
Inbounds to Willow. The 6'10" junior. He's going to try taking it himself. Double team, floats it off the glass. Not enough. Rebound out to Zeb Schultze. That's ahead to Borchers. Borchers left side to York. Ben York, floater right hand, too strong off the glass, but an offensive rebound by Schultze. Schultze kicks it back out to Cordonier. Back inside. Schultze throws it towards the half-court line, but it's saved. What hustle by York. And it turns into a layup by Borchers. What hustle from this Russia team.
Boy, Russia wasn't going to be denied right there. They tracked down what could have been an over and back call, and they turned it into another easy 2.
4-0 Russia. Vermillion with it. Gets it right side to Drew Metzger. Metzger gets a screen, picks up his dribble. And that was a double dribble. That's a turnover. and Russia feeling it early on.
Well, I think we're seeing the same thing in this game that we saw in game one with Colonel Crawford and Marion Local. Russia has been here, done that. They are putting the pressure on Arlington, trying to see if they can force turnovers and get them out of their game plan immediately, and so far it's working. They're up 4-0.
Winner of this will take on the state's all-time leading scorer, as well as Cornerstone Christian, on Saturday, 5:15. Russia with possession, just over 2 minutes gone by in this state semi in D7. Borchers, right side to York. Works around left side now. Jackson Grogan misses, but the offensive putback goes.
Benjamin York, the 6'5" senior, said, "Thank you very much. I'll just tap that right back up and in."
6-0 the lead. Drew Metzger, left side, dribbles to the top of the key and backs it out as they'll reset.
This game is
Cavity
very
gets
much
it inside. Willow with the bucket gets them on the board. It's 6-2. Used a nice right-handed hook shot to get them on the board.
This game, as I said, looking almost like a carbon copy of that Colonel Crawford game, as we saw Marion Local jump out to a fast lead. Now we're seeing Russia do the same.
Into the lane, Borchers. In and out. Offensive rebound gets stripped out. Ball's still on the floor and finally taken out by Arlington. Then Cavity. Moving ahead to Metzger, left side, into the corner. Vermillion tries the extra pass. It's knocked out of bounds by Ben York. It'll stay with Arlington with 4:35 left here in this opening quarter.
Arlington head coach Jase Vermillion said before the ball game to me, "We have got to rebound or we will not win." So far, the rebounding, especially on the offensive boards, is hurting them. Russia getting second and third chances.
Willow almost gets stripped on the inbounds, but it gets back into his hands. Looking to work it inside the post, kicks it back out to Vermillion. He'll try a three. Got it!
Jase Vermillion nails the three-pointer, putting the Red Devils on the board.
6-5 to score. Borchers hands off to York. York gets it inside to Cordonier. He forces it up, a block from behind. However, given right back to Borchers. Inside, layup no. This time, Willow finally comes out with it.
The 6'10" junior making a difference right there. He intimidated and changed a couple of shots from the Russia Raiders.
Brady Griggs hands it off to Trenton Heacock, who just came in. Henry pass to Willow, left side, floats it, and Arlington leads. Willow's got 4. It's a 7-0 run. 7-6 Arlington, 3:35 left opening quarter.
Well,
Borchers slowly goes across the timeline.
A famous coach once said, "You cannot teach height." And so far, Willow at 6'10" is a big difference.
Right side to Borchers. Eyeing up the cutters, but gets it left side to York. York into the corner. Cordonier. Back to York on the block. Gets it inside. Pass. Layup good by Borchers. Good passing there. Quick passing. Got the open look there by Borchers. He has 4, 8-7 Russia.
They're doing a nice job of making the extra pass and getting that inside shot.
Vermillion goes all the way down Main Street. Gets the left hand, but the right side layup. 5 for him. It's 9-8.
Arlington kind of weathered the storm in that first 3.5, 4 minutes, and they're starting to get their feet under them, just as Crawford did.
Cordonier works it around to Grogan. Jackson kicks it left side now to Borchers. 2:30 left in the opening quarter. Grogan again, gets it deflected, stolen by Vermillion. Vermillion wide open, layup good. 7 points for Jase Vermillion. It's 11-8 Arlington.
So far, it's been the Vermillion-Willow game. Both are the only scores for Arlington.
Arlington running a 1-2-2.
They call this their no-3 defense. They play a zone and really try to take away the three-point shot.
There's one by York. He's got it. We're tied. Straight away, they left him open, and he made them pay.
First
Back the other way,
three-pointer.
Vermillion high off the glass, no, but it's going to be a long rebound out to Arlington. Trenton Heacock, but he turns it over. Ahead to Cordonier, works his way through and gets the layup to go. He's got 4. and a timeout. Russia as they get the lead back 13-11 with 1:39 left. My goodness, back and forth we go.
This has been a track meet, and not really what I expected. I kind of thought Arlington might try to control the tempo a little bit more, but so far they're showing us, hey, we're not afraid to run with Russia. We knew the Raiders would try and get out and go, despite only really playing about 6 players most of the ball game all season long. They like to control the tempo, but so far Arlington showing we're not afraid to run with you. There we got a nice look at the jump hook shot from Willow, and here's the three-pointer out on top by Arlington. So as we mentioned against Colonel Crawford, or with Colonel Crawford in our opening game tonight, they were not able to ever sustain that 10-point barrage that they were hit with in the first quarter. But so far, Arlington has been able to get their legs back under them, and they've been able to actually come back and take the lead. Full court pressure being applied by Russia now as they want to try to push this defensive pressure out farther.
But it's broken inside. Willow moves, floats, gets it to go. 6 for Calvin Willow in the first half, or the first quarter. It's 13-all.
Good ball game so far here at the Stroh Center. Driving inside, getting stuck, nowhere to go, but the bucket
layup
goes up and in for Borchers.
Borchers with the little flick. Makes it 15-13 and under a minute to go here in this first quarter.
And I'll tell you what, the last one out of Arlington and the last one out of Shelby County, turn out the lights because everyone is here at this game. And
we're going to get a bump foul, and I believe the first foul of the game. That's going to go against Grogan, his first.
Can't have the ball.
15-13, Russia by 2. Arlington inbounding under their own hoop, and Willow gets it out on top.
Vermillion's going to hold it, get it back out now to Griggs.
They're going to look for the last shot.
Yep. Actually not. They're going to take it to the hole. Griggs gets the bucket, his first points. 15-all, 28 seconds left, opening quarter.
Finally, someone other than Vermillion and Willow getting into the scoring column, and now we'll see the Raiders decide to hold for the final shot. They are 27-0 on the season, finishing first in the Shelby County League with a perfect 12-0 record.
Borchers, right side to Cordonier. He gets in, floats it inside. Alley-oop of sorts. Gets it to Dominic Francis, who floated up there. Heave at the buzzer, off the front of the rim, and Arlington almost answered. But that will do it for a high-octane first quarter. Russia leading 17-15 in this, the Division 7 state semi.
One shot can change everything. Witness history right here on the OH Report.
After catching my breath, we're ready to go with quarter number 2. Russia 17, Arlington 15. Travis, we're already back here with Lynn Passett, and man, Russia went out to a strong start, but Arlington said, no, you're not getting away from us that easily.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Arlington was able to so quickly get their feet back under them, and we've got a ball game, and it's been fast and furious.
Left side 3 by Vermillion doesn't go, but on the rebound by Trenton Heacock, he steps on the line out of bounds, and Russia will get its first possession of quarter number 2. Borchers with 6, York with 5, Cordonia with 4, Francis with 2 for Russia in that first quarter. Vermillion with 7, 6 from Willow, 2 from Griggs, and a travel will give it right back.
So far, Russia with 2 turnovers, Arlington with 3, so it's been a well-played ball game so far, despite the hectic, fast-paced first quarter.
Heacock now getting point guard responsibilities. Gets it over to Cavani. Inside to Willow. Willow double team. Tried the backdoor pass, but it's stolen away by Cordonia. He kind of fed it right to him. Back comes Russia. Borchers crosses the timeline 1 minute into the second quarter. He'll yo-yo the ball out front, top of the key. Get it left side to York. York inside, spin move, extra pass thrown away.
You can tell that every time Russia is able to get the ball inside the paint, they know that Calvin Willow, the 6'10 junior, is lurking. He's already affected 2 or 3 of their shots, and he's making his presence known defensively.
Heacock works it left side to Cavani, and he's going to get... Actually, I thought a foul was called, but it was not because Schultze was on the line when he took the steal. It'll stay with Arlington with 6:41 left in the opening half.
Well, Aiden Cavani very lucky right there that the ball wasn't turned over.
Heacock takes it just across the timeline. Over to Griggs. Griggs will pull it back out. Willow takes it beyond the three-point line, gets it away to Heacock. Now right side to Griggs. Griggs straight away to Vermillion. Fakes the 3, drives in, fades away, airballs it, taken by Francis, and out and running is Borchers. Borchers across the three-point line, kicks it back out to York. Fakes the 3, left side to Cordonia, then back inside to Borchers. Ball fakes, skips it right side. 3 in the corner for Schultze. He's airballed and into the hands of Griggs, who gets it out to Vermillion. Vermillion into the lane. Ball fakes, double team, kicked it back out. Back to him. Corner 3. Got it!
You don't want to leave Jase Vermillion open. That's his second 3, and as I said, he's hit 53s on the season for Arlington.
15.2 points per game. He's already at 10. Russia looking to answer, down 1. Inside. Cordonia, easy bucket.
Nice job that time of flashing to the center of the key, catching and turning and shooting, and Willow was a little late to try and get off his feet to block it.
Cavani inside. Willow got an easy look past his defender for his 8th point, and back and forth we go, 20-19 Arlington.
And it's not that there's no defense. These offenses are just playing really well right now.
Cordonia into the lane again, straight away in the free throw line, kicks it back out, right side to Borchers, just beyond the block, spins, back inside, reverse layup, doesn't fall for York, and Willow gets the board. Off to Griggs across the timeline, right side, deep 3 for Vermillion, in and out. That would have put the roof off this place, but Borchers gets the board. Loses the handle for a second, works it around to Schultze. Back out to Cordonia. He'll try a deep 3, nothing but net. Left it hanging. He has 9, it's 22-20 Russia.
Both teams with a pair of 3-point shots, and this one is looking like it's going to be a nail-biter all night.
Griggs, left side to Willow. Willow looking for a cutter, gets it back straight away to Heacock. Heacock works around now into Vermillion. Vermillion caught in a jump ball. It's a change of possession.
Well, that's going to go down officially as a turnover as Vermillion tried to drive, and a great job that time by Benjamin York reaching in and tying him up.
4:08 left in the half. Both teams shooting near 60% from the field. Both teams 50% from 3.
And neither team has gotten to the free throw line because there's hardly any fouls.
They're letting them play like the first game. It's a state semifinal. Corner 3 for Russia is answered by Ben York, his second of the half. He's got 8. It's 25-20. Back comes Griggs into the lane. Scoops it up and in. And a timeout. Arlington, 30 seconds. But Griggs said, no, I'm going to answer immediately. Split two defenders, scooped it underhand, and got it to go.
That was a nice move that time by Griggs. He got his head and shoulders past his defender. That's all he needed. Then he put up the little left-handed scoop shot off the glass and got it to fall. Arlington now down by 3 at 25-22. You know, I was kind of looking at these two teams, and Arlington got off to a 11-0 start. To begin the season. Then they lost 3 straight games. 2 of them were blowouts where they really got it taken to them. Then they righted the ship and they won 13 in a row to finish the season. Now they've defensively been giving up 35 points a game all season. But in these 6 tournament games, they've really turned up the heat, giving up only 27 points a game. That's unreal, especially some of the teams they've played.
Go back to the regional final against Delphos St. John's. Down 4 at the end of the third quarter. Get a layup, 4 seconds. Delphos St. John's inbounds it, got a steal, layup, tied the game up after 3. Arlington used that momentum to get here, and now they're trying to use some momentum after that slow start to get back in it. Willow block helps that out, and it turns into a turnover as Griggs gets it.
Well, he intimidated that shot after swatting one away. Then they tried to make the extra pass and threw it right to Arlington.
Arlington down 3. Willow on the elbow. Vermillion goes down in a heap on the other side, gets back up.
And he's trying to walk it off, but he got hurt pretty good on, I think, his right knee.
Metzger's into the game as well now, again for Arlington. Willow, right side, Vermillion for the tie. Off the rim, no. Long rebound out and running comes Rushi. Ben York. Skip pass left side to Grogan. So they work it around the perimeter here with 2:40 left in the half. They'll reset.
First time tonight we've been able to catch our breath.
Grogan left side. More of a 2-3 look now. Pass goes inside to Cordonier, forces it up. He gets fouled, and he'll get the first free throw attempts of the night.
Foul went against Metzger. As you said, the Arlington first foul of the night, but it will send Cordonier to the line.
In and out, missed it.
He's got 9 so far tonight. He's a 6'4" senior. This Rushi team, very tall, but not able to match up against Calvin Willow, the 6'10" junior for Arlington.
He does hit the second. 10 points for Braylon Cordonier. First into double figures. Or I should say the second into double figures, ties Jase Vermillion. Tavaney inside the Willow. He was open, but he left it short. Knocks it down. It's saved by Rushi and taken out. Grogan all the way in. You have to watch back the replay on the replay game to see what just happened.
That was unreal.
Rushi went to save it, and somehow out of nowhere, Grogan catches it at midcourt and takes it in for 2.
Arlington did everything right, but it still ended up going to Rushi for an easy layup. But boy, it's been hustle all night long for both teams.
Back in along the baseline, Vermillion catches it, gets bumped by Borchers. He's called for the foul, the first foul of the game.
That looked like a playground play.
That's the second time one of those behind-the-back saves turned into points for Rushi. Peacock drives in, ball fakes, puts it up. You can't get it to go, but he will get free throws. It just fell off the rim, as Dominic Francis will be called with his first.
Well, it's a shame that shot wouldn't fall for Arlington, because it was a great move, but just wouldn't roll in.
In and out on the first free throw as he caught. He goes 1 for 2. 28-23 Rushi, 1:40 left in the half. Borchers, top of the key, gets it right side to Grogan. Over to Borchers again, left side. Skip past to Grogan, into the corner, Cordonier for 3, swish. His second 3 of the game, largest lead of the night, 8 points as we hit 1:15 left in the half.
Well, you have to wonder if head coach Jase Vermillion might want to just play for a one shot here, because he doesn't want this game to get away from himself, and it's quickly happening.
Griggs can't finish at the hoop. Quickly back out and running his Borchers all the way into the lane. Ball fakes, back out Grogan. He has it left side and gets right side to Cordonier as they might back things out for the final shot. They get it to the hands of Borchers. Looking at Coach Cordonier pointing at the clock saying, let's wait for the final shot.
I don't blame them. You've got an 8-point lead right now, and it could either be 10 or 11, or at worst it sits at 8.
Arlington now going to come out and pressure a little bit. 26 seconds. Grogan. Pushed. It'll be a bump foul against Heathcock, his first, only the second against Arlington in the quarter.
Well, the good news for Arlington is it happened so far out away from the hole that nothing was going to happen. It's only they're not even going to shoot, only the third team foul, so it really didn't hurt anything, and it gives them a chance to readjust defensively.
Inbounds to Grogan. 20 seconds. Left side to Borchers, now holding it. Down to 12 seconds. Now to Cordonier, right side, gets past the screen along the baseline, kicks it to Grogan. Ball fakes, mid-range with 2 seconds, too strong. Offensive rebound put back does not go by Francis, and that will do it for the first half. Russia, however, able to extend its lead to 8 as we go to the break. 31-23 Raiders lead it at the half. We'll take a break, be back with the halftime show after this.
One shot can change everything. Witness history right here on the OH Report.
Welcome back to the Stroh Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. Lynn Passett on the OH Report. It's halftime, 31-23. Russia leading Arlington. And we are joined by Bruce Boguski. He's an old friend of mine. And I know you're wearing the Arlington gear tonight, but there's a reason why.
Yes, I've been working with the team on the mental part of the game. When Seth Newlove was the basketball coach for the girls team, they won the state championship, and I worked with them that year. And because of that last game, everybody said, oh, Arlington hasn't got a chance in that game Seth said, we need to get Bruce here. So it was such a compliment, and the kids are just amazing, and they played an awesome game, so I went back and worked with them.
Well, you are called the winner's edge, and
Yes.
this is what you do. You go out and you work with teams, and you try to mentally motivate them into playing their best game, and you even have like a deal on this, right?
Well, I used to.
You used to. You don't do it anymore.
No, I used
Okay.
to. I used to guarantee you'd win or play the best game of the year. You wouldn't pay me, but that was 40 years ago.
So I apologize. I almost took you down a rabbit hole. But tell us some of the things that you do with teams.
Well, I would, like when we work with the girls team, we work with them all year. Seth had me in 2 or 3 times. This year, it was last minute because of that game last week, and so Jason had me in, and the 2 things that we would work with a team or an individual when we don't have much time to do it is we establish a belief in themselves that won't be shaken when you get into a pressure situation like this, and then we work on visualizing success and teaching them how to do that. Most of the guys here have visualized this game already every night before they went to bed, and they see things happening correctly, and I teach them how to see, how to visualize correctly, so it's always a positive visualization. There are things you can do to make that happen.
So you've been doing this for a long time. If folks want to get a hold of you and say, hey, Bruce, come work with our team, how can they do that?
I would love to do it. First of all, the best way is to call me on my cell phone. I had a secretary that was with me for 27 years, and she passed away, so we're still working on that. But my cell phone number is 419-721-1601.
All right, one more time. Fire it at him.
419-721-1601. I forgot my number.
And it's Bruce Boguski, the winner's edge, and he would love to work with your team. And do you do individual stuff,
Yeah,
like golfers and
yes,
swimmers? And
yes, I do a lot of golfers. I play a lot of golf, so I like to work with them.
All right. Well, it's a great way for you to get out there and motivate a team, get them to play their best game, and who knows, maybe this will launch into. Now,
Yeah.
I know you've worked with Ohio State. You've worked with the Cleveland Browns, so it's not like you're just some local hack who's out there running around. You've got the experience.
I enjoy the high school stuff more than anything. Look at this environment, and I'm an old fella, and this is just gets my heart pumping, and it's just really good excitement. I love being here for these kids.
All right, Bruce Boguski of the Winner's Edge, thanks for joining us at halftime. We're going to be back, recap that first half of action right here on the OH Report.
Thank you, Lynn.
One shot can change everything. Witness history right here on the OH Report.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up.
Back here inside the halftime report. Travis Berardi back here alongside Lynn Passett as we take a look at the score at the break. 31-23. Number 2 versus number 5 in the state. And wow, what a game this has been so far.
Fast and furious, that's for sure. And, you know, a lot of times you can look at the stats and kind of piece some things together. I guess for me, the thing that Arlington's going to need to work on is that extra pass that's being made by Rushi. They know that this is a fast-moving zone, but whenever you're facing a zone, there are seams, almost like when a football team is playing a zone defense and you want to attack those seams. Rushi is doing a great job of flashing someone to the free throw line or inside the paint. They're catching, turning, and hitting somebody down low on the block. That's where Arlington's getting beat so far, and sometimes that pass then goes from the block back outside for the 3, and that's where Rushi has capitalized. They've hit 4 3-pointers. That's the difference of the game.
And they're 4 of 6, so they're taking their shots that they want. They're moving the ball around, like you said. They're getting those open looks as well inside. And I mean, the hustle.
Both teams.
The hustle by Rushi, especially twice, saves just from behind the back that somehow found the hand of their teammate and turned into 2 points.
Yeah, they've been phenomenal at just keeping the ball alive long enough for somebody to get their hands on it. We saw a breakaway once after it got volleyballed around by both teams, and oddly enough, Arlington looked like they were going to get possession, and it went right to a Russia breakaway layup. So
yeah, that kind of opened it up, too.
Arlington has really played well. They've done everything that they can do. We talked to head coach Jase Vermillion. He said we can't get out-rebounded. They're being out-rebounded, but only 11-8, so it's not like that's killing them.
And they're shooting over 50.
have hurt.
Both are shooting over 50%, too. It's just it's the threes.
Yep.
Those couple extra threes right towards the end of the half. In that hustle, the difference in this one so far, 31-23. Some individual scoring in the first half. First for Arlington, Jase Vermillion, 10 points. Calvin Willow, 8 points. Brady Griggs with 4. Trenton Heacock with 1. As for Russia, Braylon Cordonier, 13 points. Benjamin York with 8. Vince Borchers with 6, and 2 each from Jackson Grogan and Dominic Francis.
Yeah, turnovers have been, it's not that they've had a lot, but they've come at very bad times also for Arlington. That's kind of cost them a little bit as well. Russia's turnovers haven't really been as hurtful, but Russia has been scoring off the turnovers from Arlington where it's not been the other way around. So I think Arlington just needs to kind of once again get their feet under them, settle down a little bit, weather this storm, because they trailed by only 2 at the end of the first quarter, but then got outscored in that second quarter to fall down now by 8. So they were outscored by 6 in the second quarter.
17-15 Russia in the first, 14-8 Raiders in the second for your 31-23 score. Arlington will get possession out of the half here, wearing their home whites, red lettering and numbering. They'll be going from right to left on your computer, your TV, your phone screen. Russia in their away yellows, blue numbering will be going from left to right. Winner plays Saturday afternoon against Cornerstone Christian for the state championship in Division 7. OH Report will have a highlight of that Saturday night. And we are underway.
Arlington facing man-to-man defense. Almost had a backdoor cut right there, but Russia did a nice job of containing it.
Metzger gets it left side to Griggs, now into the corner, but back to Griggs.
Griggs may have to become a key role here in this second half for Arlington. He hasn't really done a whole lot so far.
Gets it outside to Metzger, right side, then into the hands of Vermillion as he works it back to Griggs. Griggs is going to drive down the lane, but gets it stripped away by Schultze. Into the lane goes Borchers, lays it, blocked though by Vermillion. However, it goes off of Vermillion and out of bounds. It'll stay with Russia. 45 seconds in on the replay. You can see our replay.
Nice
Vermillion
block.
just couldn't get it. Vermillion.
Nice block by Vermillion, and it unfortunately went right out of bounds back to Russia.
Right-handed hook doesn't fall for York. Ball's on the ground. It will be a jump, and again, it will stay with Russia with 7:10 left in this third quarter.
Well, we had a couple of Russia fans yelling that was a foul on the previous shot that went up, but I really thought that Jase Vermillion got nothing but basketball. It was a good defensive play. Of course, the fans never see things with even eyes.
Inbounds to Cordonier, kicks it left side to York. Then a handoff to Borchers as he brings it back out to set things up. Into the corner in Cordonier. Entry pass to Francis on the left block. Nice move, reverse layup, good.
What a pretty move that time by Francis. He used the backboard and the basket as an extra defender to keep Willow, the 6'10 junior, from being able to swat it away.
He's got 4 points. It's a 10-point Russia lead. Griggs, right side, gets bumped from behind, and a foul against Russia. That will be against Ben York. That's his first.
Good call as he went driving to the hole, and a little handsy that time by York, so a good call by the officials.
Vermillion will inbound underneath the hoop. Gets it to Griggs. Right elbow, back inside to Vermillion. Cuts it, but can't get the layup to go. Rebound to Francis, then out to Borchers. Borchers top of the key, tries driving left, weaves his way into the lane. Ball fakes, kicks it outside. 3 in the air for York. No, off the back rim, but Francis there with the rebound. Reverse layup, no. Another offensive rebound by Borchers, and a timeout by Rusci.
Back-to-back offensive rebounds to keep this possession alive after Arlington has done a nice job defensively of getting a piece of the basketball. Let's go back to the other end, though. Vermillion had kind of a bunny shot. That's about the 3rd time tonight Arlington has missed a shot that really is one that they should be making. I'm not sure if they're hurrying them or if they're just off balance, but those are the shots you got to make in a game like this.
33-23 to score with 6:13 left here in this 3rd quarter. Rusci alongside of Columbus Academy. Both teams led at the half. The 2 lone unbeatens left in the state of Ohio. Inbounds lob. Underneath, reverse layup, good for Francis. He's got all 4.5. That was an inbounds to Cordonier up in the air. Lobbed it back inside to Francis, who finished.
I'll tell you what, they've been going right at Willow, the 6'10 junior, saying, we're going to come after you with other guys, and so far they're winning the battles.
Griggs, right side.
Largest lead of the game now at 35-23.
Thought about driving, he'll pull it back out. Screen from Willow, pick and roll, right side, nice cut inside for the layup, Trenton Heacock. His first points, it's 35-25.
Arlington can't let this get away from him. These next couple of minutes are very, very important.
Inside to Francis, right side, but turns it over, throws it right into the hands of Jase Vermillion.
He got himself off balance and didn't want to risk walking with the basketball, so he just kind of threw an errant pass and it went right to Arlington, but then a backcourt foul against Borchers, who just tried to reach in and make a steal and was called for the foul.
So that will allow everybody to reset for a moment.
Arlington really needs a bucket this trip down the floor.
Griggs across the timeline. Hand off to Heacock. Left side to Kavanagh. Gets it into Willow, and that's going to be a foul as Francis kind of reached around to try and get the steal. It'll be his 2nd foul.
Well, Delphus St. John's had no one that could match up with the 6'10 Willow, so they played defensively behind him. That's what Rusci is doing right now, and I think Arlington has decided we're going to use the same game plan, and we're going to go inside to Willow if you're going to play behind him and see if he can just score.
Inbounds inside. Shot doesn't fall, but a long offensive rebound out to Vermillion. Vermillion drives to the baseline, kicks it back out to Willow. Willow left side, dribbles it back out now to Kavanagh, and then they hand off to Griggs. 4:48 left in the 3rd. Griggs can't get past his defender, so he kicks it back out to Kavanagh. Entry pass to Willow on the elbow. Willow working down the lane, loses the handle, gets it back, then kicks it back to Vermillion, but it's stolen away. Here comes Borchers. Borchers into the lane, stripped by Vermillion. Ball on the ground, picked up by Schultze, and a foul against Arlington.
Well, the Red Devils turned it over on their end of the floor with an errant pass there from Willow, and then Rusci just forces the issue and takes it down and tries to get an inside shot, and Arlington is called for the foul trying to block the shot at the block.
Borchers with the inbound left side, gets it back into Cordonier, loses it. Ball coming towards us, saved into the hands of Rusci. Grogan, left side to Borchers as they slow things down again as we approach the midway point of quarter 3. 35-25 Rusci, number 2 over number 5 at the moment. Left side, 3 for Cordonier, too strong. Long rebound taken by Rusci. York with it, kicks it over to Grogan.
The Raiders just get every loose ball right now. Every 50-50 ball is coming back out to the yellow-clad Raiders.
Borchers spins into the lane. Ball fakes, Extra pass to Schultz. He loses it into the hands of Ruschi again. Another offensive rebound. Fighting for it. No. It's still in the air. And finally, Willow comes out with it after two offensive rebounds.
Willow with 2 blocks on that possession and then the big rebound.
Griggs, right side, gets bumped. No free throws, but Ben York will get called for his second. And the team's, I believe, third of the quarter. No, it's their fourth. So Arlington, for the final 3:28 after the ball's inbounded, will be in the bonus.
Well, the 6'10 Willow really making a difference on the defensive end that last trip down for the Ruschi Raiders.
Nice pass inside. Vermillion on the inbounds gets the bucket to go. It's an 8-point game.
That's his first bucket of the second half. They've held him in check so far.
35-27. Ruschi back at ya. Borchers top of the key.
Arlington really needs to try and get this lead down to at least 6 by the end of the quarter. Ruschi says if you're going to sit in that zone, we're just going to hold the ball out front. We want to match you up in a man-to-man.
Also, they want to kind of take out some of that momentum that Arlington got.
Clock is down to 2:51.
Right side, 3, Grogan open, too strong. Offensive rebound, put back, yes. Cordonier's first points of the second half, he's got 15.
Well, Arlington's coach, Jase Vermillion, said we have to hit the boards. Right now, Ruschi is controlling the offensive boards badly.
Peacock drives baseline right side, spins off the glass, too much though, and Grogan gets the board.
Rebounding is 19-11.
Borchers into the lane, ball fakes, kicks it back out to Cordonier. Extra pass now over the York. He'll back it out again with 2:15 left in the third.
Nice passing by the Raiders. They're really moving the ball well.
Very patient squad, especially with the lead. Borchers drives all the way in. Layup shot doesn't fall. Offensive rebound, the putback right-handed, in and out. Ball still on the ground, fought for, and it's going to go, actually it's going to stay.
Yep, it's going to stay with Ruschi again, the 50-50 ball going the way of the Raiders. It's like everything is going their way right now. Arlington can't buy a break. And boy, when that shot goes up, they are crashing the boards.
Borchers all the way in. Might have been deflected by Willow, but he gets his rebound and he gets fouled.
Peacock is going to be called for this one coming over the top. Arlington getting very frustrated because Willow's blocking shots, but there's no one rebounding because they're just out-hyped right now by Ruschi.
That's where you need to put a body into them to move them out or draw a foul, but nobody wants to do that in this game anymore.
Yeah, other than Willow at 6'10", the Raiders are 6'5", 6'4", 6'6", and they are just crashing the boards right now and making use of it.
Coach Cordonier saying, let's run the offense, get it around. Baseline, skip pass to Grogan. Works back straight away, but it's stripped out, stolen by Vermillion. It's a 2-on-1, and we'll get a tough luck foul against Cordonier. It might have been actually a smart foul by him because it was a 2-on-1 after that.
Yeah, right there, he went diving for the basketball. As we look at it on our replay, you'll see this later, but he went diving for the basketball and kind of took the legs of Peacock out from Vermillion out from underneath him. This will, I believe, be the first trip to the line tonight for Arlington.
It's a bonus situation for Arlington as Vermillion, a 76% free throw shooter, will get his first attempts of the night. Nails the first.
He's got 15 now to lead the Red Devils in scoring and ties Cordonier of Ruschi in leading for the ball game.
37-28. Could be 29 with this free throw. In and out, it is not.
Things have just not gone the way of the Red Devils. They haven't gotten the 50-50 balls. They've had a lot of shots go in and out, and now Ruschi is hitting the boards on them.
Borchers in the lane, gets a pass to Willow and lays it in.
Borchers with 8, and the lead balloons back up to 11 at 39-28 at the 1-minute mark.
Griggs gets around the screen. Looks for Vermillion, but gets it to Willow. Willow on the elbow. He'll get into the lane. Euros kicks it back out. Ball fake by Cavani. He takes it in. Acrobatic shot goes for his first field goal. 39-30. Ruschi.
Nice move by Cavity that time, off balance, using the left hand off glass.
York kicks it over to Borchers, then back out to Cordonier. 25 seconds. Arlington with the arrow. No jump ball here in the final 20. Will get possession to start quarter 4. Entry pass inside to Cordonier, gets the bucket to fall. 41-30, 13 seconds.
He's got 17 now to lead everyone.
Griggs all the way into the lane. Euros, he gets it to go for his first field goal of the second half. 4 seconds. 3. Cordonier right in front of us, and we'll get a blocking foul on Drew Metzger.
Probably not a bad foul by Metzger that time, even though it's going to allow Russia to set things up. But I think had he not fouled him, he might have gotten his head and shoulders past him and been open for a 3.
York to inbounds. 2.1 seconds left in the third. Into Borchers. Floater at the buzzer. Got it!
Wow.
Vince Borchers into double figures. Hits the shot to end the third. An 11-point lead for the Raiders as we head to money time.
One shot can change everything. Witness history right here on the OH Report.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we
It is money time. We are 8 minutes between one of these two teams going to Dayton next Saturday for a state championship. Travis Berardi alongside Lynn Passett. A 12-9 quarter. Ferrucci extends their lead to 11.
And rebounding has definitely turned into the big beast that head coach Jase Vermillion of Arlington said it would be. The Red Devils are being out-rebounded 24-11. And a lot of those 24 rebounds have been second and third chances for the Russia Raiders.
In the fourth quarter, Arlington, as we get a foul on the inbounds. It's going to be against Francis. That'll be his third. But I was about to say, Arlington in the fourth quarter this year have outscored their opponents 320-266. They're going to need to do that again in this one.
This is going to be a big frame for them. We're down to the final 7:54, and they trail by 11. They've got to make up some room fast.
Griggs almost walked, but kicks it right side to Cavity. Back to Griggs, now to Willow on the left elbow. Hand off to Cavity, top of the key. Right side now to Metzger. Entry pass to Willow, a little too strong, but he gets it, reverses, and scores.
Nice move by the 6'10 junior. He's now got 10. That was a reverse layup underneath the hoop.
And that was his first points of the second half.
They've done a good job of containing him.
Ben York with it, kicks it back around to Borchers at the top of the three-point line. Left side to York. Ball fakes, enters it inside. Spin move by Francis.
He walked.
And he traveled before the shot.
Only the 6th turnover of the game against the Russia Raiders.
And you see, he moved that pivot foot.
And Arlington still sitting in that zone. I'm kind of surprised that Russia didn't just pull the ball out and hold it under their arm and say, you're coming out, or we're just going to hold it.
9-point Raider lead.
Big trip here for the Red Devils.
Inside the Willow. Into the paint, spins, right hand, in and out, almost hit it but couldn't.
And nobody there to rebound.
Francis with the board, gets it off to Borchers, who crosses the timeline. Left side to Cordonier, then back to him. Working around the perimeter, they get it inside to Cordonier. He lays it up and in. 6 points in the second half, he's got 19.
Braylon Cordonier is 6'4", but he's playing about 6'8" right now.
Griggs gets a screen from Willow. Gets it into the corner. Vermillion drives all the way in, kicks it back out. Cavity Over to Vermillion in the left corner. Drives baseline again. Kicks it right side to Griggs, who drives into the lane. Back out now to Heacock. Three-pointer short. And a foul will be against Griggs on the rebound. Ball will go to Ruschi with 6:08 remaining.
Boy, I'll tell you what, when that ball goes up from Arlington, there is no one underneath rebounding. There is no white shirt anywhere to be found. It's one and done for them on the offensive end. And then when you look at the opposite end of the floor, when Ruschi takes a shot, you see yellow gold jerseys just crashing the boards.
Brogan on a deep pass, left side of the perimeter. Into the corner. And we get a timeout by head coach Spencer Cordonier with 5:58 left.
Well, right now it's going to come down to a major factor, and that's rebounding. Arlington has got to find a way to start getting offensive rebounds, getting Ruschi off their offensive rebounds, and not giving up those second and third opportunities. And they've just got to start hitting some shots. Arlington has been a good three-point shooting team all season, but other than Jase Vermillion, who got 2 threes in the opening half, they have not hit one here in the second half, and they are really not even getting any three-point opportunities in the second half. So that no three-point zone that Arlington likes to play is being deterred by Ruschi defensively. They are in their faces and not allowing Arlington an open look anywhere on the floor. And right there, if you're going to watch this later, we just saw one of Braylon Cordonier's 19 points. He's 6'4", but he knows how to use his body, and he plays like he's much bigger than that.
Yes, he does. Good baseball player as well for the Final Four squad. Arlington shooting 51%, but Ruschi shooting much better from three.
That's the difference of the ball game. Ruschi has canned more threes. They have 4 of them on the night.
Brogan right side into the corner, and Cordonier now into the lane, and Borchers works around Willow, puts it up too strong. Another offensive rebound that's taken out by Vermillion. A 2-on-1. Vermillion works his way through, lays it up and in. A tough shot. 45-36.
Arlington using that full court pressure to try and change the pace and get some turnovers.
Cordonier picks up his dribble, gets it into the corner. Francis tries going across the baseline, but it's knocked out of bounds by Griggs.
5:18 still to play in this fourth quarter. Arlington down by 9. They really need a stop here.
Inbounds on the block. Spin move by Cordonier, kicks it back out to York, then out to Borchers at the top of the key. Patience by Ruschi once again.
And just watch when they do put a shot up right here. Look at the jerseys that are going to crash the board.
Cordonier can't finish, but strips it from Willow, and it stays with Ruschi. Back out to Cordonier. Splits 2 defenders. Extra pass inside. Ball fake layup. Good by Borchers.
The yellow shirts just swarm to the basketball underneath the hoop. And at this end, when Arlington puts a shot up, there's not a white jersey to be seen.
Griggs tries getting it to Willow, but Willow just flips it out. But they say last touch by Ruschi.
They're going to get together and talk
it over, and I think it's going to get changed. And they did.
Good job by the officials. I like it when they come together.
Yes.
When you see something and you're taught as an official, I spent 39 years doing it, you're taught that if you have 100% sure on that call being wrong, then you have to come in and help your partner. Jase Vermillion doesn't like it, but if it would have went the other way, he'd have loved it.
Three-quarter press by Arlington, broken, and we get a foul actually on Arlington.
That whistle is hard to hear.
It's on Jase Vermillion, his first.
I like it when they let them play, but sometimes there's a limit to where you have to start blowing your whistle, and we're reaching it right now because Arlington's doing a lot of reaching and grabbing.
Cordonier gets it back to York, then straight away to Borchers. Elbow to Cordonier. Throws it up and puts it in.
He is unstoppable right now. He's got 21.
Vermillion. He'll try a deep three from the OHSA logo, and it goes out of bounds and back to Arlington.
And that's not a good shot, and his dad, head coach Jase Vermillion, gave him the evil eye and said, that is not the shot we're looking for right now.
3:57 left in regulation between Russia and finally getting to the state championship game. Cordonia, right side, gets it in to Schultze. Schultze extra pass, and we will get a foul inside as Dominic Francis grabbed it on the block.
Well, Coach Vermillion of Arlington said over and over, we cannot get out-rebounded, and that has been the case. His worst nightmare, 28-12 they're losing on the board.
And on the inbounds, ball's caught by Borchers. Vermillion fouls him. That's the fourth against Arlington. Russia in the bonus the rest of the way.
The first personal foul against Jase Vermillion.
Borchers crosses the timeline, and he gets bumped, and we'll have free throws upcoming as Cavani. And a technical foul.
Technical foul is going to be called against Aiden Cavani, and I don't blame the official one bit. I would have told him as well, you can't run your mouth after you make a foul. You're not going to do that at this level. He did it right to the official, and Arlington is kind of falling apart at the seams right now.
Vince Borchers asking the referee who needs to shoot. And we'll get a timeout, Arlington.
Well,
I think the question is for the referee is who's shooting first. We have two free throws first for the bonus, and then we'll have two for the technical,
yes.
So who gets to shoot those?
You take those in the order that they happen, so you're going to have the personal foul at the timeline against Cavani, or Griggs, and then you're going to shoot the two technical free throws. Anybody can shoot the two technicals, so I'm sure that whoever goes to the line for these first two, if they make them, they'll just leave them there. Arlington fans are not happy. Jase Vermillion is not happy. He's asking for an explanation, thinking that, the fouls are getting a little out of hand right now, and they are at 5-1, but those are fouls that are being called. In fact, they probably missed a couple against Arlington that could have been called.
I have it 11 fouls Arlington, 9 Russia.
So it looks to me like Vince Borchers, the 6'2 senior, was fouled at the timeline. He will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Then they'll shoot the two technicals. Anybody can shoot those.
That was on the floor can shoot those.
And you can actually substitute somebody in to shoot those from the bench if you want to. But my guess is that if Borchers makes them both, they'll just leave him there to shoot the next two.
Hot hand. Big turning point in this one. Russia with a chance with the clock stopped to make this a 17-point lead.
So here's Borchers at the line shooting two.
Drains the first.
He's got 13 points, and the lead is now 50-36.
Second free throw doesn't go.
So now it looks like they're going to send Braylon Cordonier to the line to shoot the two technical free throws.
And he hits the first. 9 points in the second half. He'll have a chance to go a double-double per se. 13 in the first half, and he now has 10 in the second.
He's got 23 on the night. Now, Russia will get the basketball at the center timeline opposite the table, which will be right here in front of us. And did they call another?
They actually called another technical. I think they might have gotten... Did they get Coach Vermillion with a T?
I'm not sure, but there's another technical being shot by Cordonier, who's now got 24 after making the first. I never saw this second technical get whistled. He makes them both. He's got 25.
6-0 run and possession. That might be the dagger right there as they lead by 18.
Yep, I think that probably is Katie bar the door for Arlington, because this Russia team is not going to give up this lead.
Borchers into Cordonier. Alley-oop does not fall, and now a foul will go against Braylon Cordonier on the rebound.
And he wasn't about to ask a question or even debate that foul. He saw what happened. He said, "I'll just hand the ball to the official."
Griggs, right side. They need points quick. In the Willow, and he gets fouled.
He kind of got undercut that time, and I believe it's Borchers who might get whistled for the foul from Rushy. Nope, looks like they're going to get someone else.
Francis, that's his fourth.
Good call by the official, as Willow has to be given an opportunity to come back down to the floor with the ball.
Wasn't intended. It was just a tough luck foul by Francis, but still, it's a foul. That's the third against Rushy. Inbounds the Willow, back out the Griggs. Works it around trying to get Vermillion in the corner, but instead back to Griggs at the top of the key. He's going to drive into the lane, get past the defender and score. His 8th point, 54-38.
Nice move by Griggs. Arlington trying to turn up the heat defensively.
Borchers, left side to Cordonier.
And Arlington is going to have to come out and start guarding. They're trying to double team, but they're still sitting in that zone.
Cordonier almost throws it away, but a nice one-handed catch by Grogan as he throws it back out to Borchers. Working it through. In to Cordonier. Spins and scores.
Wow.
He scored the last 6 points. Vermillion across the timeline, 2:30 left. Hands it to Griggs. Griggs into the lane again, gets bumped. That's the 4th foul against Rushy. Arlington will inbound underneath. That's the 3rd on York.
And kind of a Bronx cheer going up from the Arlington fans toward the officials, but that was a good call, an easy call, and I'll tell you what, they've done a decent job tonight. This has been a tough game to officiate.
Griggs gets it to Vermillion on the screen, splits 2 defenders, floats off the glass and in. And a timeout, Arlington.
Vermillion's got 19 to lead Arlington. Cordonier has 27 to lead Rushy. And boy, that dagger was really that double technical foul that hit the Arlington Red Devils coming off of a foul where they got to shoot 6 free throws.
And they got 5. I said it was a 6-0 run. It was a 5-0 run. My apologies. But that's the difference between 16 and 11 right there, is that sequence in itself where only 5 seconds were off the clock.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a fun game to watch, but the better team right now is leading. Rushy has been the better team tonight on this floor. Arlington's been their own worst enemies by turning the ball over at critical times, not being able to rebound. It's been pretty much put on the hands and shoulders of Calvin Willow inside. He's not getting any rebounding help from anyone else. And the size, other than Willow, off on the other positions has been what Rushy is taking big advantage of. I mean, they've got Cordonier at 6'4", Borchers at 6'2", 6'4" from Francis, 6'6" from Gubaugh. They've got a lot of height out there on the floor, and Arlington can't match it with their starters, who are 5'11", 6'1", 6'3", 6'1".
Arlington out of the timeout, a 1-2-1-1. Actually, it's a man, just a
They're trying
center
to double
fielder.
team.
They get the steal.
They're trying to double team and trap as much as they can right now.
Griggs gets it ahead to Cavani. He'll drive baseline. Floats it out to Vermillion, right side. Fadeaway 3, he hit it. And another timeout, Arlington. It's down to 13 with just under 2 remaining.
And Vermillion's got 22 to lead Arlington. So we've seen some fireworks from both teams offensively. This is a 32nd timeout taken by Arlington. The Red Devils, though, are, I'm afraid, too little too late, because we're under 2 minutes to play in this one.
56-43 now. Winner takes on Cornerstone Christian next Saturday, 5:15.
Rushy jumped out to a 17-15 lead at the end of the first. They led 31-23 at the end of the half, extended that lead to 43-32, an 11-point lead at the end of the third, and got it up to, I believe, as many as 16 or 18? 18, I guess. And now it's back down to 13. Arlington desperately needs another stop and another 3 at the other end.
York looking to inbounds. Does the Cordonier. Back to York. Gets it across the timeline to Borchers. As he splits 2 defenders, he's going to take it in. He floats it off the glass. He misses. And it's out of bounds to Arlington, so they went right at the hoop. And it's a blank possession.
One of the few times that the ball didn't bounce the Russia Raiders' way tonight.
Griggs across the timeline. He'll drive it right down Main Street. Extra pass deflected out off of Willow. But again, I think it was off of Russia. The 2 referees are going to talk about it. And they will change the call to Arlington.
Yeah, it looked like it went off a Russia Raider hand. So nice of the officials again to come together and say, hey, no, I got this 100% the other way.
Out to Willow. Back to Griggs now, looking for the screen to get open Vermillion. He does not. 3 in the air for Cavaney. Banked it in and out. And a rebound fought for and taken by Borchers. Back comes Russia. 1:20 left. And Borchers will back it out.
No, back it out.
1:10 left. Extra pass, backdoor reverse, layup good. Dominic Francis with 6 in the second half, 8 overall. Vermillion blocked on his 3-point attempt, and it's taken out by Francis. Francis backs it to Borchers, under 50 seconds left. Ball fake inside. Cordonier hits the shot.
He's got 29 to lead all scorers, and now a foul against Cordonier. 60-43. Russia by 17 with 38 seconds left.
Griggs will go to the line. First free throw, no good.
Arlington just 2 out of 5 at the charity stripe tonight.
Second free throw is good. 9 for Griggs. And Russia can't get it in, so they will take one of their final 2 left.
Well, it's been a good season for the Red Devils of Arlington. They will finish at 24-4. They did have a better run back in the early 2000s when they won a state championship under Jase Vermillion.
2012.
But tonight, it is not meant to be for the Red Devils.
Both teams still shooting 50% or better. But the difference, Russia, 50% from 3. And they've taken 14 more shots.
On the season, Russia averages 62 points a game. They are at 61. Well, 60 right now. 60-44 is our score. 38.5 remaining, and Russia now to inbound. And they'll do so. Cordonier
all
will just
the way
run it
into
out.
the lane, tries the extra pass. It's saved by Arlington, but into the hands of Borchers, who lays it up, misses. And it's kicked back out to Cordonier with 27 seconds left. He's double teamed, can't dribble. Gets it to the hands of York, who takes it out of the hands of Vermillion, gets fouled by Vermillion, and he will shoot.
And once again, it was another offensive rebound by the Russia Raiders that kept that ball alive for them and was able to be kicked back out and reset the offense and force Arlington to foul. They have really crashed these boards tonight. They lead the rebounding battle 31-13.
York hits his 9th point. Had 2 big threes in that first half.
I'm not sure I have seen such a dominating rebounding team as this in a long time. They have really put the hammer down on Arlington on the glass.
Vermillion fakes the three, gets it to Cavani. He'll try a deep three off the side of the iron. No. Two Arlington players collide, and it's thrown out of bounds to Russi with 8.2. Arlington will most likely call off the Dogs. Yes, they will. And the Russi Raiders finally break through and will play for a state championship.
Well, the Arlington fans are going to come to their feet, deservedly so, and give their team a standing ovation. What a fun team they've been to watch this year. And as you said, Russi will advance. They are now 28-0 on the season, and they finally get the monkey off their back, and they get to go play for a state championship.
61-44 the final. Russi and Cornerstone Christian will meet next Saturday for a state championship. We'll take a break, be back. Final stats as well as our MVP interview right here on the OH Report.
One shot can change everything. Witness history right here on the OH Report.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant.
back here inside the postgame show as we wrap things up from Bowling Green. Russia breaks through. They will play for a Division VII state championship against Cornerstone Christian next Saturday. Travis Berardi back here with Lynn Passett, and Russia showed why they are only one of two remaining unbeatens in the state of Ohio.
They certainly did, and something that just dawned upon me, we have two coaches, Jase Vermillion and Spencer Cordonier, who each have sons playing in this game, and the sons led all scorers for their teams. So that was a little different, as Jase Vermillion finished with 20 points for Arlington, and Braylon Cordonier finished with 29 for Russia. And we went into this game talking about it beforehand, that Arlington needed to keep the rebound battle as close as possible. They did so for the first quarter and a half, and then things just kind of got out of hand for them, and they ended up losing the rebounding battle 32-14, and that was really the tail of the game, because too many second and third opportunities for this Russia team, and you can't do that. You can't give them all those extra shots, and they end up falling tonight, as we mentioned, by a final score of 61-44. Turnovers really wasn't bad. Arlington with 9, Russia with 7. And points off of turnovers, Russia with 11, Arlington with 6. So there was nothing really there. It was just really the rebounding that told the story. And shooting-wise, Arlington 54% total from the floor, but they just couldn't hit the threes tonight, only 3 out of 11.
Yeah, and the offensive rebounding, 17-4.
Yeah, we said
that's
too
the
many
difference right there. That gave them
so many second and third
14
tries.
extra shots right there.
And they're from point blank range most of the time when you're getting those offensive rebounds. So rebounding was the story coming into the game, and rebounding is the story coming out of the game. Again, congratulations to Arlington on a great season, 24-4. Russia now improves to 28-0, and they will now move on to play for a state championship next weekend down at the Dayton Arena
against the all-time leading scorer in the history of Ohio in Cornerstone Christian. But that will do it for us for our regular season and tournament coverage here on the OH Report for basketball. I want to thank everybody that helped make things possible. Lynn Passett, it was fun. Sir?
You and I worked my very first game for the OH Report many, many years ago in football, and I've enjoyed working with you ever since.
Absolutely, sir. Adam Thompson running the 1s and 2s. Brandon Powell on the camera work as well, and everybody else here at the OH Report. I want to thank Bowling Green State University and the folks at the Stroh Center for setting us up here tonight, as well as the OHSA for allowing us to stream you these games live and free. And I want to thank Travis Berardi sponsoring everything here tonight.
He's a wonderful man. He's donating his paycheck tonight to sponsor everything.
I have to now travel down to Dayton to cover some girls' championship basketball tomorrow, so I'm getting out of here. For Lynn Passett, for Adam Thompson, for Brandon Powell, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long from the state semifinals in Bowling Green.